Hi Leo. So we are doing your Christmas Celtic Cross. So Leo, you are fixed fire. And what we're going to do, I've already shuffled all the decks. We're going to try to stick to the traditional Rider-Waite deck. We'll use the other decks only if we have to clarify, okay? So I've already shuffled all these decks for Leo, but I'm going to give a few extra shuffles here. We're going to use the traditional, sorry, that was a terrible shuffle. I'm going to use the traditional Celtic Cross. I'm not going to do a horseshoe or anything like that. We're just going to do a traditional Celtic Cross for Leo. Okay? See Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck there. That's your Aries friend. So I'm feeling like 5 piles. Okay? Okay, for fixed fire, please give us an accurate Celtic Cross for fixed fire. All right. This is the, okay, no. We're going to use this pile. All right. I hope I chose the right one. So what I'm going to do is do the Celtic Cross here, give you a quick view of it. I'm literally going to flash the camera over it. And then we're going to start the interpretation. I'm doing that so that you'll have confidence later on, because some of these readings have been very uncanny. All right? All right. So, the issue challenges Leo. Highest you can attain. Tools. Recent past. Near future. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to turn them over right now. You're not going to believe this. Give you a very quick flash of what's there. Okay? Okay, now I'm pausing the tape. Okay, I'm really glad that I did that because this is another one of these uncanny spreads that you really have to have that. You go ahead and slow down the tape later on and look at the layout. You have to see it to believe it. Anyway, we're going to go through it right now. So the issue, Leo, it looks like the beginning of something really amazing, okay? And the issue is, to me, when I look at this card, we're looking at the Ace of Wands, is whether or not you're going to grab that opportunity when it comes to you. And it may have already presented itself. So this is what's to you is all of the energy, the vitality, everything that you need. Or maybe you already have this, okay? Everything that you need to get this project going, or whatever it is, if it's a relationship, whatever. It's quite auspicious that the issue was an ace, okay? Because aces, okay, so you can see that all 3 aces, okay, the hand is white, okay? So, and meaning that it's the beginning stages, sort of the slate is blank, okay? So it's the beginning stages of, pretty much the message is anything can happen, okay? The force, the strength, the vitality in this card is incredible. The symbolism there, you'll notice that there are 8 leaves falling from this wooden rod or wand. The card is a bit phallic too, by the way. So if when you're listening to this spread, it becomes clear to you that it's about a relationship, it's definitely full of passion. But these 8 leaves bring us to the 8 of Wands, number 8 of Wands, which really is a very powerful card. Those are the arrows of love. It's also incoming fast communication. And it's the only minor arcana card that has no people in it, the Eight of Wands. So it relates back to this ace, fiery potential, massive amount of potential, if you're able to grab this opportunity. Pause the tape for a sec. Okay, so that was your issue. So what challenges you, Leo? So what came up in the challenge position was a stage card. Okay, the Four of Pentacles. This is another one of these all is not what it seems card. Okay, and again, do you see that gray platform there that his two pentacles are on and that his feet are on? So that's how we know it's a stage card. Like in your dreams, only in the movies is it really like this. Why is this a stage card? Because this is a man who is thinking or trying to come across, and he actually believes that he has it all. Okay, but you know what he's doing? He might be wealthy. Okay, do you see what he's doing with that pentacle there? He is completely either holding on to something he won't let go. It could be a secret. It could be a person. Could be his money. Something he won't let go, or he's guarding his heart. So this person, this is the Four of Pentacles. So he might be wealthy. Okay, he might have it all. You know, he might have built that big city back there, whatever. But he has not yet progressed to the mature state of the King of Pentacles or the Queen of Pentacles. He's not a king. This is not the person that you want to marry. Okay, until they grow up a little bit. So, okay, I'll just leave you with that. Okay. So what's crowning you? What you want to do is make your life more calm, okay? You may also want to travel to somebody that you really love. The Six of Swords, and it's Christmas time right now, so you might have a desire to get to someone, see someone that you really miss. This person is traveling over water, okay? Now, so the tools that you're bringing in are wonderful, Leo. You are bringing in, you are very carefully putting things together. If you're going somewhere for Christmas and you're anticipating that there's going to be trouble between family members or something, whatever you're doing, the way you have things set up or people seated or whatever, it's going to be fine. Because here's the alchemist, trying to combine these two, really look at how concentrated she is. These two totally different substances, so there's no explosion or anything, and she manages to do it. I'm going to pause the tape for a sec. Okay, so Leo, let's have a look at what was in your recent past. This is really fascinating. So Leo, you had some kind of either an epiphany or a wake-up call. So you've done some really difficult work here. Okay, the Judgment card, this is also Scorpio energy, is in your recent past. You may have also bumped into an ex and you've decided that there is a chance to resurrect the relationship, or you've looked back on what you've done and you've realized, okay, I can let this go now and this all makes sense. Oh my God, I'm never going to do that again, or I should have done this. I think I'm going to go back and repair this. Let's just look at the Judgment card for a second. So this is supposed to be the Archangel Gabriel there, okay? Now, I want you to look at, there's a man, a woman, and a child that literally are being raised from the coffin. But then they're sort of back on. Now I want you to look at what looks to be a mirror image of the man, woman, and child right there. So, and obviously people are literally being resurrected from this coffin here. So there's a theme of, obviously the horn that the angel is blowing is sort of a wake-up call, but you did it to yourself because, this tape is freezing up. You looked at the past. You actually had the courage to turn around and take a good long look at it and you had an aha moment, okay? The other thing that this card can sometimes mean is a reunification of a relationship that you thought was dead, or somebody that you thought was dead to you, okay? You realized, okay, this can be resurrected, and I'm gonna put it back together. So that's in your past. You had a really cool aha moment in your past. Now this is fantastic, Leo. What's coming up in your very near future is a very fair outcome for you. If there's been some injustice, you're going to get some justice, and it will be in your favor. We've got some Libra energy coming in here, or there could be a Libra woman, okay? If you're after Libra, she's coming. She, how do we know that this outcome is going to be in your favor? Because she keeps everything golden, okay? I want you to look at her. Where are her scales? Can you see them there? Wait, there they are. Everything is reversed, by the way, with this camera. Do you see how her scales are golden? They're perfectly balanced. Okay, so the golden means that the scales have solar energy in them. Just hang on now. Okay, so Leo, moving on to the energies that you're bringing in. So here, Tarot is giving you a little bit of a nod here, just to hold back from, don't make any hasty decisions. We've got some Five of Swords energy here. So it could be that, you're feeling like somebody tricked you. You're feeling a little bit defeated. In fact, I feel like that's what it is. Don't worry about that. You can shake that off now. If it isn't that, and you're feeling like you a little bit impetuous, like you really want to act quickly, can you just hold back on that and make sure you think out your next move before you take it, okay? And I know you're going to do that. You know why? Because the next card that comes up, this is wonderful. Leo, this is incredible for you, because it's a fire sign card. So, how Leos are always being criticized, male Leos especially, for being sort of Knight of Wandsy, acting without thinking, his horse is out of control. This is someone who doesn't always, kind of like the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands doesn't always think things through thoroughly before he acts, okay, and moves on a bit too quickly. What we have here in outside influences, or in the influences that are acting on this situation without you having to do anything, is the King of Wands energy. And what that tells me, you'll notice that, so the King of Wands is sort of like the Knight of Wands evolved. The King of Wands, do you see how all the fire signs, well, not all the fire signs, but for you, Leo, the Knight of Wands is one of your cards, okay? So if you look at the cape that's on, he's not here in this spread, which is good, because we don't like you acting like that. Yeah, no, we don't. The rest of us don't. Like you're in and out and you're cheating and all that. So you're not doing that right now. This is what the spread is telling me. Because you have evolved. How do I know that? Because the King of Wands is there, which is, the most evolved, fit, very mature form of Leo, okay? It's Sagittarius, really, but it's the fully evolved male fire sign. I'm going to pause the tape for 1 second because I want to talk about the salamanders, believe it or not. Okay, Leo, I'm going to say the weirdest thing you've ever heard. Okay? I know that whoever's listening to this, from whatever Leo is listening to this, or if you're cross-watching, your Leo has evolved, okay? They're safe to go out with because his salamander is eating his tail. Okay, let me explain. So the unevolved fire sign, okay, the Page of Wands. Let's talk about the Page of Wands. They're very young. Okay, they're looking up at their wand. Their head is tilted up, and they're like, "I'm up for this challenge," but they're not really. It's just a page. And if you look at it with all the with the Page and the Knight and the King of Wands, they have salamanders on their capes, because salamanders love fire and hot weather and everything, and Leo's hot, okay? You guys are hot. So on the King of Wands cape, his salamanders form a complete circle. So the tail of the salamander is almost in the salamander's mouth. Let's see if we can get the really close up. Okay, I'm going to hold it still. Do you see his cape? Do you see the salamanders forming a complete circle on his cape? If you pull out, neither the Page nor the Knight of Wands showed up, which is good. Okay, and you're reading because they're unevolved. This particular Leo that I'm reading for is fully evolved into the King. So if you look at the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands, their salamanders are not, their mouths and their tails are not meeting, okay? That's a really weird thing to say. So the King of Wands, so this person is very physically fit. It's, generally this is a married man, but this is telling us, he almost looks like, he's in the process of getting up out of his throne. Do you see that? So he's active, he's fit, he's very, very warm, very kind. Anyway, so in your hopes and fears, Leo, you are aiming for a victory and a little bit of public recognition, and you're going to get it. Here's the Six of Wands there. Just look at you. So, or as I've said before, you have a desire to, bring your partner out in public and give them some public recognition, give the relationship an acknowledgement. Pause the tape before we do your final card, which you're not going to believe. So, Leo, I'm just stunned by your outcome here. If you're cross-watching, this is a really good thing. So Leo's outcome is just beautiful. Leo just showed up in their own reading in the outcome. Look at this. Look at the Strength card. So what this is, and the fact that this has shown up and the King of Wands showed up and not the Page and not the Knight, and Leo has the Judgment card in their recent past, has a favorable decision coming up in the near future, tells me that, whatever it is that you're aiming for in your outcome, you're going to obtain it here. And also the card of Strength, which is one of your major arcana cards besides the Sun card. That's it. There are only two. So this one just came out of 78 cards as your outcome. This card really means that you have obtained that ultimate infinite, because there's an infinity sign over her head, level of emotional intellect. So you have become so diplomatic that you can tame a lion, okay? You have become so, you have stopped fighting fire with fire. When you get to that point where you can obtain anything you want by your emotional intellect, by using love and diplomacy, what can't you do, If this is for a cross-watcher, I just want to make one little footnote here. If you're Leo, it seems like they're not expressing any emotion toward you. Because then another thing that I picked up from looking at that card just then, they might be keeping their feelings in for now. The other sort of meaning of that card is they're keeping their feelings restrained. They have a lot of feeling for you, but they're keeping it restrained, okay? That they're taming the lion, okay? But it won't be for long, okay? So that was just an incredible read. What more could you want? And congratulations, whoever, if this is for you. I'm really jealous of your emotional mastery here. Why can't we all do that? Anyway, okay, Merry Christmas, Leo, or Leo Crosswatcher.